Power of the Doctor. The Master brings together the Daleks and the Cybermen in a scheme to erupt all of the Earth's volcanoes and wipe out humanity, before changing himself into the Doctor, so that she will be forever blamed for Earth's destruction. Or at least I think that's what the plot is about. Chibnall throws literally everything possible into Jodie's swansong, including multiple past Doctors, companions and references. Whilst this was of course exciting to see, it gave me real The Five Doctors vibes, where fan service outweighs any kind of congruent plot and elements were shoehorned in at the expense of legitimacy. In the case of The Five Doctors, this comes across as cheesy, but celebratory. In Power of the Doctor, it's more of a mess. We're treated to some seriously cool cameos and throwbacks though, which can't be denied. We get Doctor number 1, again played wonderfully by David Bradley. We get Doctors number 5, 6, 7 and 8, all played by their original actors Davison, Colin Baker, McCoy and McGann. We get references to the second Doctor with the Master sat cross-legged playing recorder, and we get the more recent Fugitive Doctor. We get sweet interactions between the 5th Doctor and Tegan, and 7 and Ace, with a very touching speech from McCoy, which shows he could slip straight back into the role with ease. We also get to see loads of old companions who are either integral to the story, such as Ace, Tegan and Graham, or at the end when Chibnall devises a sweet idea of an ex-companion support group. Here we see amongst others Jo, Mel, and the personal highlight for me, Ian Chesterton. I think it says a lot though that I'm already halfway through this review and I haven't even mentioned Jodie's era yet. She goes out with a fair amount of emotion, mostly between her and Yaz, which was nice to see, but it's indicative of her era that I had to really try to care by this point. There's one final treat in store for Who fans at the end when Jodie regenerates or degenerates into David Tennant's Doctor, who will helm the show for the 60th anniversary in a year's time, before handing the reins over to Ncuti Gatwa. Last time they brought back the 10th Doctor for the 50th anniversary, the show was still arguably at the height of its powers, so it felt like a real bonus. However, at this point it feels much more like a sad attempt to win back audiences who've been leaving in droves. Don't get me wrong, I like Tennant's Doctor a lot, even if he's not particularly my favourite, and it's nice to have him back. But rather like the rest of this episode, it seems to rely too heavily on its past triumphs rather than having confidence in its future. 6 out of 10.